coming from the next lane.
What it is, guys, it's your boy Tai'yon, and today we here with another story time. Okay, so yeah, we here with another story time. So this story time is basically the first time I got high. The first time I smoked, yeah, the first time I smoked. And so basically, don't clown me for this, cause this story happened when I was in I was in the 10th grade, I think. Yeah, I was in the 10th. When I was in the 10th grade, that was my first time ever smoking. So don't clown me. But that was my first time ever smoking. Yeah, my first time smoking, and I hope y'all enjoy this video because it's about to be like I was doing some funny things that day because it was just like it was my first time smoking. I was not used to it. I didn't know what was going on, none of that. And I was just paranoid. I was paranoid. Like, don't y'all know how people get paranoid sometimes? That was me. I was paranoid to the fact of only because I didn't want to get caught. But we better get into the story so y'all can know what happened for real. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and let's get into the story time. All right, so basically, how it started off is, so me and my homeboy, his name Rush, I call him Rush, Young Benji, you feel me? My man's Young Benji, yeah. So I met him in 10th grade. We became cool. We became real cool, and we too cool to this day. Like, that's like my brother. Like, I be with him all the time, but that's besides the point. That's not the story. But so basically, this is what happened. So one day it was a basketball game. Let me tell you what happened before that. So basically, I was telling him before like how I wanted to try smoking, and I wanted to smoke. I wanted to try it because I never tried it, and you feel me? He knew how I felt because he smoked. I didn't. So I was just like, I want to try it. I want to see how I feel because you feel me? Everybody be having different effects to it, and everybody, you feel me? Some people like it, some people don't. I was telling him like, yeah, I want to get high for the first time. I don't know when though, but I want to get high for the first time. So bam, the perfect opportunity came. So one day it was a basketball game after school. My school, Milford, it was Woodlawn versus Milford. Those are two rivalry schools, and everybody be at those games. So it was a rivalry game. So bam, so basically I hit him up like, bro, you trying to go to this game with me? He was like, yeah. So he was like, all right. Basically, before leading up to it, I wanted to see if we could smoke before the game, because you feel me? I wanted to get high because I already knew he was going to smoke before the game. So I was like, I want to get high too. So I asked him, I was like, do you want to smoke before the game? I was like, I want to get high before the game. And then you feel me? You know, people were looking at me like, you's a rookie, like that. And I'm like, all right, chill, bro. Let me be a rookie in peace, bro. Like, let me be a rookie. I never tried. Let me be a rookie in peace. You never know, I might be good at it. Basically, leading up to after that school day was over, the game was like later on that day. But I didn't go home because I was like, I lived down the street from the school, so it was no point in me going home to come right back to the school. So what we did was, because the game was like at I think the game was like at 3 something or 4, and we got out of school at like 2:45. So I said by the time I got home, I was not gonna feel like coming back. So what I did was after school, we all linked up, and we all cause by our school, like behind it, it's like a little secret, like where you can walk behind the school and get it's a whole bunch of food places there. And so you feel me? We wanted to get something to eat before the game. So we all went back there. We all got something to eat. We went to the store, did what we had to do. So then they like, all right, we ready to go. We go back to the school. The game ready to start in probably about 15, 20 minutes. So we like, all right. So they like, all right, we about to go smoke. So they said, yeah, all right, so we about to go smoke. So I'm like, all right, bet. So they had everything, because first off, I didn't know what to get. I didn't know how to roll. I didn't know anything about it. Like, all I knew was it's smoking. I didn't know that you got to buy the weed. I didn't know that you had to roll the shit. I didn't know that you had to do all that other stuff, because you feel me? I was a rookie. I didn't know nothing else about that. I never seen nobody do it. Like, I never seen nobody, physically, buy it, you feel me? Buy whatever they gotta buy, the leaves, the papers, roll it up together. I never seen nobody do that before, because for me, I was in the 10th grade. Who was I gonna watch do that besides people that I know? But, all right, so that's besides the point. So 20 minutes before the game, 15, 20 minutes before the game, so all right, bet, we ready to smoke. So we walked to the back of the school, and everybody, not everybody, we walked to the back of the school, so me, my homeboy Rush, and one of our other old homeboys for real, we had walked behind the school, and we had to go meet the plug. That's what we had to go meet the plug. I didn't know where we was going. I was like, where are we going, bro? I'm just like, where is we going? But I'm like, it's cool because I'm just gonna sit back, relax, because I'm not doing nothing. I'm not paying for nothing, so I don't even know what's going on. So I'm just sitting back, relaxing, cooling. So we just walking. And then so we had to meet the plug for it. Like, yeah, we gotta go meet the plug to go get it. I said, all right, cool. So they meet the plug. I forgot what happened. I think it was like, I don't think he had something like, I don't know. I think it was like at one point in time he didn't have nothing that we could buy from him. But then after that he had got some. So we had met back with him later on before the game and got it. So then I don't even know who rolled the blunt or none of that, because I don't even remember nobody rolling a blunt. All I know is we got to the back street of our school, and the blunt was already rolled. That's what happened. One of them did roll the blunt. I just don't remember who rolled it, but one of them rolled it. But they rolled it. So while they was rolling and stuff, I wasn't paying attention, because I didn't even know when they rolled it. But they was done rolling it. They was ready sparking. So we standing in like a little circle. Like, it's me. Like, so say this me, this Rush, and there's the other homeboy. We like in a little, I said a circle. Oh my God. All right, my bad. Don't worry about that. We like in a triangle for real. Like, you feel me? To pass it, we in a triangle. So we in a triangle. So all right, so they light it. They hit it. You feel me? They hit it a couple times. He passed it. Our homeboy hit it a couple times. He passed it to Rush. Rush hit it a couple times. Then he passed it to me. I'm like, oh my God. Wow. Yeah, it's go time. It's about that time for me to try this for the first time. So, I mean, I was a little nervous because I didn't know how it was going to make me feel. So, I'm like, all right, cool. So, I grabbed the blunt, you feel me, and I put it to my mouth. And you know me, I'm a rookie, so I don't know how to inhale this shit. So, I'm just... I'm like, whoa, bro. They like, no, bro, that's not how you do it. So they was telling me how you do it. They said you inhale a little bit. You just, and you blow it out, and you bring it back in, and then you blow it back out. You feel me? Like, you blow it. Like, I can't really explain it because I know what I'm doing now, because obviously, but I can't explain it. But if you smoke, you know what I'm saying. So you do that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I started doing that. I'm like, all right, I'm not even high, bro. So I passed the blunt back to our other homeboy. He hit it a couple times. He passed it to Rush. Rush hit it a couple more times. Passed it back to me. I hit it some more times. Next thing you know, by the time I passed the blunt, everything around me turned red. Like, everything just turns red. I'm like, what is going on, bro? I'm like, why did everything around me just turn red? But I'm like, I don't want to ask them that because I'm going to look paranoid. So I'm just like, bro, everything around me just turned red, and I don't know why. I'm like, maybe because they just, like, no, at first I thought it was going to kick straight in. So we started walking back to the school, and mind you, I wasn't, like, everything turned a little red, but it wasn't, like, a lot. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we started, when we walking back to the school to go to the game, and next thing you know, boom, everything, my whole vision just changed. Like, everything just changes. And I'm like, and I feel really dizzy. Like, I'm just walking, I'm feeling real dizzy. And then out of nowhere, I just asked one of my homeboys, I'm like, yo, do y'all legs feel like noodles? Because I can't feel my legs, bro.
Oh my God.
Like, when I tell y'all I could not feel my legs, I was walking, but I didn't feel like I had legs. I was just walking. I'm like, what is going on, bro? And then on top of that, we was just talking about anything. And I looked at their faces. I'm like, yo, we really high right now. I'm like, so yeah, I'm like, dang, we really high. So we get to walking back to the school. And then, so what happened was we had to change our jackets because we was walking into a basketball game and they got like police right there by the door. They got like teachers and stuff, and they gonna be snitching, and we don't got time for that. So what we did was we changed our jackets and all that. We changed all of that. And then on the way walking back to the school, we changed our jackets. It was cold outside, mind you that. So I had a little, at first I think I was smoking with I was smoking with a little jacket on outside, but I put this big bubble coat on to go in the game. And when I tell y'all, that was the worst decision of my life. That was the worst decision of my life. I should just smoked in the coat and put the jacket on the game because, boy, but we better get to that. So we walking back to the school, and I'm like, do y'all legs feel like noodles? I'm like, oh my God, I'm tripping right now. I couldn't control myself. I kept talking, and then on top of that, I was walking weird. I was walking funny. and all that. I'm just like, bro, is this really how I feel to be high all the time? I'm like, I hope not. Like, I really hope that's not how I feel. But, so then on top of that, I'm just like, dang, like, I really just smoked for the first time. So then we just walking back to the school. We just walking. I'm trying to seem all casual and regular because I don't want them to know. Like, I don't want them to realize that I'm paranoid because, you feel me, I'm a rookie. I want them to realize that. So we just walking, you feel me? And we just walking. So we get to the school. We walk inside. And at first, I was so high, I couldn't even find my ticket, and it was in my pocket. I'm over here. No, it was in my phone case because I remember I put it in there so I wouldn't lose it. So I was looking. I'm like, yo, where my ticket at? So I'm like, yo, do y'all know where I put my ticket at? They're like, no. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, where's the last place I had my ticket? I'm like, oh, I did put it in my phone case. I cracked the phone case open, gave them the ticket, and then after that, we walked in the game. So after we get in the game, instantly, as soon as we walk in there, everything is like 10 times louder than me because I'm high. Like, everything is 10 times louder. I'm like, oh my, I was like, everything is just overwhelming right now because everything is too loud. So after that, we go, like, I look stupid walking. I'm just walking like, because I don't know how to control myself. I'm just walking like looking stupid. I felt as though I was walking real stupid, but I don't think nobody said nothing about it. But I was walking real stupid to me, and also because I felt like I ain't had no legs. My legs was gone. them things was gone. But yeah, my legs was gone. But so we get in there, we go find a seat, and as soon as we sit down next to some of our friends, they instantly knew I was high, like instantly. Because first off, my eyes was low, my eyes was red, and on top of that, I smelled like straight weed. And I didn't even realize that until I got in the game. Me changing my jacket didn't help at all. So I got into the game, they're like, oh, y'all boofing. Y'all boofing, bro. Like, ooh. I'm like, all right, chill, bro. All right, chill, relax. We all know this. I was like, all right, that's cool. Because I know we're not the only ones in here high, so that's cool. So then I'm just like, I get hungry. I get instantly hungry out of nowhere. So I ain't had no money, so I asked my homeboy if I borrowed like $2 or something so I can go get something from the little, from the stand, you feel me? And I chose the worst snack possible. What did I get? I think I got a Big Texas, but the big, whoo. I think I got a Big Texas, but Big Texas, they not nasty, but they only good if you put them in the microwave. That's the only way I like them. So I'm like, all right, I gotta put this in a microwave, but I couldn't because you feel me, we in that basketball game. How am I gonna put that in the microwave? So I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna eat it like this. When I tell y'all I was throwing down on that Big Texas, bro, and on top of that, I had some gummy worms and candy and all that. Everybody kept asking for some candy. I was giving them candy here and there. So then after that, we was sitting down, and I seen some of my other friends all the way on the other side of the other stand. So I'm like, I want to go over there and go say what's up to them. So yeah, I'm like, I want to go over there and go say what's up to them. So I got up, and I guess the walking down the stand, and then like I turned around because my friends like, where you go? I'm like, I'm ready to go over there real quick. I'll be back. I'm like, I'll be back, bro. I'm just going over there real quick. So I go over, so I'm walking down the stand, but when I turned around, I felt like everybody was looking at me in my face. Like, as soon as I turned around, everybody was like, I felt like everybody knew I was high. They was all like, I'm just like, I was like, bro, am I tripping? Or is everybody just staring at me right now? And mind you, on top of that, I don't even remember the basketball game. I don't remember the score. I don't remember none of that. All I know is the last thing when I looked up at the score, the game was over. That's all I know. I don't know who scored. I don't know who did what, because I wasn't even paying attention to the game. That's how high I was. I didn't even know what was going on in the game. So I get to walk into the other side of the stands. And I'm not trying to look suspicious because obviously I'm high and I just didn't know what I was doing. But I looked a little suspicious, but it's cool. I was just walking. So I get over there to him, go talk to my other friends. They're like, you high, ain't you? I was like, no, I'm not high. I'm not. But I'm like this. I'm like, no, I'm not high. What are you talking about? But I couldn't stop laughing. Like, this is exactly how I look when I'm high. But like, nah. But I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, oh my God, bro, everybody know I'm high because I can't. Like, when you first get high, or like when you high, you can't control when you laughing because everything just be so funny. So I'm just busting out laughing. They like, no, we know you high, all this other stuff. So I'm like, I got over there and was talking to them and stuff. The game was basically almost over. I look up, all I hear is like the little shot clock. I said shot clock. The little quarter in, fourth quarter in, the game over. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's time to go home. So then, but on top of you, I was still a little bit high, and I didn't want to smell like weed. So I felt real paranoid because I was getting picked up by one of my parents, and I didn't even want them to know I smoked. That I smoked before. Like, I didn't want them to know that. So I'm just like, I hope when I get in this car, I don't be high or none of that. Or I don't feel high or none of that, and I talk regular and all of that, because I don't want him to seem suspicious of nothing. So my parent came pick me up, got in the car, you feel me? I was acting regular. I was cool. I was myself. I was regular and all that. Just talking. I was barely talking though because I didn't want to slip up, you feel me, and say something stupid or something like that. So I'm just sitting in the back, just chilling. So then I go back to my house, and as I get home, I walked straight up the steps, right into my bed, and went straight to sleep, and that's game over. That was game over for me. I was gone until the next school day. I was gone. It was probably like 9 o'clock and like 8:30, 9 at night. I went straight to sleep. I was gone to the next day of school. Then I woke up the next day like, I was really tripping because my homeboy Rush was telling me everything that was going on and what I was doing, because I remembered most stuff, but I didn't remember everything. So he was telling me, I'm like, oh my God, like I forgot I even said my legs felt like noodles. I'm like, my legs feel like noodles. Like, when did I ever say that? I don't say that. Like, what? But I was like, all right, it was my first time. You feel me? Everybody, some people had bad trips on their first time. That wasn't really a bad trip for me. It was more as though like I was paranoid the whole time. But that's basically what happened my first time smoking. And yeah, but now I'm used to it because, you know, I smoke now, so I'm used to it. So I don't really get no effects from it. But Chad, like, I just want to share that story with y'all because I feel as though I was really tripping that day. Like, when I tell y'all I was tripping, and then it felt like when we was walking towards the building, when we was first walking to the building, it didn't seem like we was getting nowhere. It seemed like we was walking for 3 hours. Like, we was just walking, and every time we walked, we would go back a couple steps, and then walk up, and then go back a couple more steps. But we got there, you feel me? Everything happened, you feel me? Everything went down, we was good, everything was cool. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that story time. I just wanted to share that with y'all, let y'all know how my first time smoking was. And let me know if y'all had a bad trip on y'all first time smoking, because I ain't really have a bad trip. I was just more paranoid. So, because I was new to it. When you're new to something, you get paranoid sometimes. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe with your friends. And I'm out. Peace.